Today is not the best hair day, but it never really is. So let's just wait until we get a few more people in here before we get to the topic of the day. And again, you guys, make sure you're subscribed, hit the notification bell because we do go live. And if anything you guys hear during these lives only applies here, you guys. So today's topic is how to keep your photo booth busy. There is a slow season for the photo booth business. Typically, in my opinion, where we're at, it's January and February. But if you guys can manage to keep your photo booth constantly booked and where it gets slow, there's always a place for your photo booth. And that is how we're making the most money, is we're always making sure our photo booth is booked, regardless of the type of event and the type of rental that it is. And shout out to the first person in the live. I see you here. Let me know. Just write a comment really quick. I got a special little thank you for the first person joining this live. You guys, 15,000 subscribers. I can't believe it, man. That's crazy. So now we got 8 people here. Okay. All right. Let's just dive right into it. And shout out to you guys, the Hustle with Drew family. How to keep your photo booth busy year round. All right. So we can assume it's going to be booked, right? If you're doing your thing, you're marketing and you're constantly on social media, dealing with leads, you're not going to have too much of a hard time if you're doing what you need to do during the actual busy season. So for my case, January, February, you guys let me know where you're watching from and where it's slow for you. But if people are not typically having events during January and February, what do you do, right? If you're just the average photo booth owner doing traditional events, we're talking weddings, birthday parties, quinceañeras, so forth, right? You can say, okay, well, it gets slow in January, February. This is what we like to do, you guys. Lisa, John, what's up? Appreciate you guys for tuning in. So this is what I like to do. I like to approach venues. Venues are just like photo booth business, right? Usually when it's slow for a venue, it is slow for a photo booth owner if you're in the same area. So this is very important, you guys. What these venues do is during their slow season, they offer very low rates, very big discounts for people having their parties in January and February. So what you can do is you can approach venues and say, hey, when are you guys slow? They're probably going to tell you the same time you are, and offer special discounts for these customers booking their events at these venues. Very important to remember this, you guys. If you want the fastest and easiest path to being successful in the photo booth business, networking is going to be the quickest way to get there, but it is the hardest. The hardest things you can do for your business are the ones that are most rewarding. So literally, like 80% of our leads and our new customers are all from my networking efforts, right? Whether it's venues, wedding planners, event coordinators, DJs, other photo booth companies. I mean, it's your network is your net worth. So you can offer exclusive discounts during the slow times, or hear me out, this may just be me, and I know some of you here may be interested in doing this, but there's a thing called a permanent install. It's where a business that has high foot traffic, you basically get paid from them on a monthly basis to keep a photo booth in their place of business. So a restaurant, barbershop, beauty salon, maybe they pay you anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500, maybe $2,000 a month. And you keep your iPad photo booth, you guys. Oh, you guys know what it looks like. You keep it there every single day. The people that go into that business use the photo booth for free. But is it free really? Yes, it's free for the customer. But the client, right, the business, what they're doing is they're taking the phone numbers and email addresses and they're using it for marketing. I've been saying this for the longest time. If you guys can just take a second and think about this. Businesses are willing to pay a photo booth company to provide a photo booth service so that they can use the phone numbers and emails. You guys, last weekend, Friday and Saturday, I had a 2-day activation. There was 300,000 people at this festival, you guys. Ashley, it's a furniture home store, hired us because they see the value in spending money to have vendor space, spending money to hire their own employees at the booth, spending money to hire my rental company with my wife and I. It's worth it because let's just do the numbers here, right? For Ashley, on average, maybe they're selling something for about $1,200 on the low, right? You can assume maybe 40% of that is profit. So if they spend, let's just say, a total of $8,000 to do that event, right, with the space and hiring us, let's just call it 10. Doesn't take too many people to convert. And the phone numbers and email addresses are super, super valuable, you guys. And you got to remember, the more you know of your software, the better position you will be in. Because when we approached this client, right, this corporate client, and we've done over 20 events for them this year. I have literally 5 events this weekend, again, with the same client. But it's because I understand my photo booth. I understand that it is a marketing tool. And it's really hard to see the possibilities here from the outside. You have to think, you guys, this is a humongous corporate company. Think about how valuable your email or phone number is. Every time you go into a restaurant, they want you to sign up for some newsletter or some type of program where they send you discounts. And if you're always wondering why something is for free, you are the product. They're selling you. Meaning, it's free photo booth to use. However, right? Let's just say someone uses the booth. Boom, perfect. It's free for them. But then the phone number is worth money if we're trying to convert them to buy something. And it's usually in the form of a discount or something. So just keep in mind, guys, the more you know your software, the more you'll be able to put yourself in a better position. So let me get to these comments here. Cindy says, laugh my ass off. You don't want to know who the first person was. I can't tell. No one responded like right away. I feel like I was talking to myself. And it's kind of impossible for me to know the first person here. I guess you could say John was the first comment. So John, send me an email, hustlewithdrew@gmail.com. I got you, John. I'll just go based off the first comment. And shout out to Cindy. Unknown user, what's up, my friend? John said, not started yet, but I get my first iPad booth Wednesday. Let's go. Love it, love it. Chicano, what's up, Chicano? Good to see you, my friend. John is saying, I'm going to offer my booth for free at my DJ events to begin with. Love that. All right, we're reading comments here, you guys. We're reading comments. Fabian, hey, Drew. Freeze frame from Toronto. Love it, love it. Toronto in the house. Good to see you. Sal P is saying, big news, Drew. I became a preferred photo booth vendor for a wedding planner here in my area. Let's go. I need to queue up a little. We need like some. We need to. I need a theme song, right? This has got to look up something for Sal. I don't know why this came to my mind. This is for you, Sal. This little segment right here. Of course, got an ad on YouTube. So, love it, man. You guys are so supportive. W in the chat for Sal and W in the chat for you guys. Marley. Actually,
there is no reason.
Roast. This is for Sal, man. Hustling every day. Sal, man, it's crazy to think that I was with you, man, every step of your photo booth journey, from asking questions to getting you the photo booth to helping you with your questions. And now look at you, man. You're taking over. This is not a small thing. It is a huge deal to become a preferred vendor in a venue, wedding planner, event coordinator, because I'm telling you, man, if people like you and you have a beneficial relationship, we have some wedding planners, event coordinators that are literally booking us 2 to 3 times a month. They like us so much that they incorporate us into their prices. Let me say that again. They like us so much, they incorporate us into their prices. Meaning, if you want to do business with them, a photo booth is in the package. Not for all of our preferred relationships, but for most of them, we are. So, man, it's a beautiful thing. Sal, just whatever you do, man, treat that relationship treat it well. Treat it well. And I'm not saying you guys have to do this, but make it a habit to go out of your way during the holidays to send these people messages. Hey, Sal here from Sal's Photo Booth. I hope you have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. It doesn't take much. Also, what I like to do is, once we've done a few events with our relationships, whether it's a venue, wedding planner, event coordinator, DJ, whatever, we like to bring a gift every so often, right? Whether that's a dozen donuts from Krispy Kreme or literally a box of C's candies, we like to show our appreciation and our gratitude, because I'm telling you guys, the more grateful you are for things, the more of whatever you're grateful comes to you. I don't know what it is. It just happens that way. So we like to just let people know like how appreciative we are, because think about this, man. Your relationships, your customers, that's your livelihood. You know, we even send gifts to clients that book us more than 2 to 3 times a year. We'll send, we'll send something in the mail, order something on Amazon, or what we'd like to do from time to time is if we have a customer that is booking a digital photo booth, we like to send them some of the photos from their events with a little note, handwritten note, say, hey, Drew and Monza here. Thank you so much for your business. We appreciate you more than you'll ever know. So it's important, because when you show people that you appreciate them, there's a less chance of them just dealing with someone else, right? So if another photo booth owner goes up to that event planner and says, hey, we want to work with you, we'll give you 10% commission. They may look at that and be like, damn, Sal's not offering us any commission. So you could potentially lose on that. But if there's a relationship and you're grateful, sometimes money doesn't matter. And there's plenty of event coordinators where I give them zero. I don't pay them anything. And they love us to death. And I'm confident that they've been approached and people have offered commission, because you can't really put a price on loyalty, you guys. All right. So, Tiffany, good to see you. What's the difference in glam booths with regular booth? I think you're confusing a photo booth versus a feature. Glam is a feature that most photo booths can do, whether it's iPad, DSLR, or webcam. It's really based on the software. Glam is literally a white and black photo with a skin filter on it. You see how I'm breaking out here? If we had the glam filter on, this would look smooth and my skin would look a lot better. Love it, Sal. Tom is saying, hello, Drew. My business is based in the UK and was started after watching one of your videos 12 months later, still going strong. Let's go, Tom. W in the chat, Tom. Love that, man. That's amazing. Love it, love it, love it. Unknown user. I did my first drop off yesterday for my DJ friend. You guys, I'm telling you, man, the drop offs are taking over. And if you've been in this business for a while and you just started doing drop offs, I'm telling you, the next step, the photo booth pickup, easiest rental you will ever do in your life. My favorite. Our peak this year, our peak month, we had a little bit over 30 pickup photo booths. Easiest money ever. If it was up to me, I would do all pickups. That requires the least amount of my time. Yes, we're not making as much money, but I love the pickups. And I promise you, I'm going to get back to the topic of the video, but this is a live, so I got to interact here with you guys. Love it, Drew, with the W's in the chat. We got Chuck from Brazil. What's up, Pimp? What's going on, Pimp? So, keeping your photo booth busy, right? This is also, look, there's a joke inside of Photo Booth 101 Mentor University chat that Drew is willing to rent out anything and everything. And that is kind of true. I also rent out my photo booth equipment to other photo booth owners all the time. This is another way to make money. Look, there's a lot of people that get overbooked, and instead of white labeling that event, they would prefer to have a second photo booth so they can make more money. So what I did is I saw the demand there, and I was like, let me just start renting out my equipment. So if you're a photo booth owner and you want to rent, let's just say a deluxe booth with the iPad, that's just $100. I'm giving a really good discount for our community, but they're coming to me, they're picking up the photo booth, logging into their software, and they're doing that. So that is another way you can make money for your photo booth. And you're probably like, hey man, $100 is not a lot of money. Like, yeah, it's not, but 10 minutes is not a lot of time. And that's usually how much it takes, right? To meet somebody, to chat, to give them something and then to come back and return it. So that is one way you can return your money. But I mean, you can keep your photo booth busy. Let's just say, just let it be known to anyone in your network, right? Like if you have a handful of people in this business, just throw it by them. Just say, hey, this is a option here. The booth, $100 if you need to use it. So if you want to make 500 from your event and you don't have another booth, instead of spending a couple $1,000s, just give me 100 and you can use mine for the day. Also, back to the freaking permanent install. Oh man, there was a point where I was making about like $7,000 to $8,000 a month, having permanent rentals in businesses. Again, the only way I was able to do this was by offering value and understanding that if this restaurant has 100 people, 150 people. I gotta take this, guys. Hi, Photo Booth 101, this is Drew.
Hey Drew, it's Sunil once again this morning. You had sent me the link for setting an appointment, but I'm actually in LA right now. Oh shit. And just wanted to see if you were there or whatever.
Yeah,
About an hour out.
not today, man. We have a full day packed for today. So unfortunately I wouldn't be able to meet up with you today.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem. But you said you scheduled it for tomorrow?
No, I didn't schedule it at all. I just happened to be coming out here today after I talked, like, oh, let me just he's around while I'm out here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just taking a shot.
Let me ask you this. Were you planning on, it was for a photo booth, right?
It's for a photo booth. Yeah, I'm in Lancaster, so
Lancaster.
I don't get out here too much. I'm about an hour and a half from you, hour 20. Maybe.
Yeah. Were you planning on leaving with one today or just seeing?
No, I was planning on leaving with it, but yeah, it doesn't matter, man. I can come back. But you got my business, bro.
Yeah, well, we could do this. I mean, I don't know, do you have like a curfew or like a time where like it's like too late? Because Mondays are usually the days where I'm here like 12 to 14 hours. I could squeeze in an hour to make it easier for you. Is 7 p.m. too late?
7 p.m. I mean, I can get there on time because I'm on Culver Boulevard right now. I don't know where that's at.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But how close is that to you?
Culver, is it Culver City?
No, I'm in.
Oh, Lancaster. Well, do you want me to
No. I'm in LA right now, so I'm getting close. I'm on the 405 close to Venice is the next exit.
Oh, okay. I can text you the address. That way you can map it up and kind of get a better idea.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, because I didn't know, because I picked up something else out of here tonight, and I didn't want to bring too much cash, because I didn't know if this dude was going to roll me or not.
Yeah.
So I do have a credit card, but I also have Venmo and I have Zelle, too. So,
Yeah. Either of those are fine.
okay.
Yeah, and then just make sure, is it the Digi booth or the Deluxe?
The
Digi, okay, perfect. Yeah. We have it here. I'll just have to set up the display model for you, just because we actually used it for an event. But yeah, not a problem. We can do like 7:30. Doesn't need to be in the.
I could literally just do another day. I'm not even tripping.
No,
I'm going to get it.
not a problem. I just like to get things done. If I can get it done today, I'm the type of person that's like, hey, like why procrastinate something when there's an opportunity to get it done today? But yeah, well, we could do that. It's actually better today because if you'd be the last thing I was doing here. So like, if we need to take 30 minutes, 45 minutes to talk and all that, we can do that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thing once we get off the freeway. So I'm going to go to the freeway. I'm going to punch your number into my GPS or your address, and then I'll head that way. I'll find something to do.
Yeah. And then, I mean, I can text you the address right now. So once we hop off the phone, I'll send that over.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool. All right, my friend. See you soon.
All right, talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. So, yeah, I mean, I know most of you be like, hey, Drew, this would be a better live if you didn't hop on phone calls. But I'm a one-man band. I mean, we don't have any employees. It's just my wife and I. We're just doing this. And when people need assistance and they want help, I got to make sure I'm that guy to do it. So if you guys ordered a photo booth from me, you guys know. I'm pretty quick at responding. And let me send this address to here. Colima, Hacienda Heights. We could do 7 o'clock or 7:30, period. I'll get that photo booth set up for you so you can check it out. All right. Cool. All right, guys. Let's go. John is saying, the only thing concerned about, wait, what? Only thing concerned about is my booth being built in wood by a friend, and it's combined with a post box for any greeting cards, etc. I should have kept the booth separate from post box. I have no idea what you're talking about. Post box? What? Can you guys clarify on that, John? What exactly are you talking about, a post box? Is your photo booth made out of a post box? Is that what you're saying? Chicano, what's a suggested rental price? Look, and I only say this out of love and out of you wanting you to do best. Stop asking people what you should be charging for your services. What are your goals in life? What kind of lifestyle do you need? How much money are you trying to make? Imagine if people during a job interview, if you go to a job interview and you're like, hey, how much are you guys going to pay me? You got to figure that out yourself. What's worth your time? How much have you invested into this business? How much did you invest into your setup? What is your overhead? I can't help you there. All I can tell you is do an event for free, or a few of them. Understand what goes into running an event, understand what goes into providing the service you want to provide, and then work that way. Because let me tell you this, there's people, you guys, that own the same exact photo booth I have, charging literally 4 times the amount that I'm charging. So it's just the planning, right? Like, I understand I could be charging up here, but my business model is let's do volume so we have a more affordable rate. When renting from another booth vendor. Oh, well, I told you $100. That's what we charge. Tiffany. Oh, wait, Drew says, not the live sales call. Tiffany, our first double booked. Oh, wait. Our first double booked Friday and Saturday. 4 big events, 2 of which were corporate, a wedding, a church, tree lighting. Thank you, Drew, as always. I love that. Are these new jobs coming in from art, from the Google ads, Tiffany? Let's put this bell right here. John is talking about the post box. Post box are a thing for weddings in the UK. Oh, they're used as greeting from guests instead of a guest book. Ah, okay. All right. Heck yeah, I love that. I didn't know that. Yeah, apparently the UK is a totally different, like when it comes to the rental business, it's completely different. I've heard from a few people. Like, they'll watch some of the stuff and they hear what I say and they're like, bro, it's the complete opposite over here. Tiffany says, yes, love it. So it's that time of the live, you guys. If you want, are we at least 20 minutes? Perfect. So if you don't have contracts for your photo booth rental business and you want the contracts that we use, we have them for sale on our website. It's typically $200, but the sale we've been doing is $150. I'm here to tell you for the next maybe 10 minutes, if we get one person to put the word yes, I will lower the price to just $80 while I'm live. Maybe that's like 10 minutes. So if you don't have the contracts and you want to level up your business and become professional with it, get the contracts, just put yes. I'll go on my website, lower it to $80, wait 10 minutes, end the live, and you'll have that at a discount. And I'm only doing this right now. So yeah, let me know, guys. Wait, shit, do I even have a booth here? All right, Michelle put yes. Okay, perfect. Let me go do this here for you really quick. I think, yeah. Man, you guys, Lisa put yes, perfect. All right, I'm doing this for you guys right now. Give me a second. And this is, again, what I love about being a small business owner. I don't need to talk to corporate. I don't have a boss that I need to run this by. If I feel like giving you guys a deal on something, I'm going to do it. So you guys will be saving $120 on these contracts. And again, if you guys are watching this video at a later time, please do not message me or text me and say, hey, Drew, I saw the live. I want the discount. It's only because you guys are here watching live. And I'm grateful for you guys being here, so I don't mind doing this. All right, Live on the website, you guys. The contract bundle, you'll see the $200 price point marked off. And if you're wondering, Drew, how the hell do I get there? Let me show you guys. Go to photobooth101.com. Scroll down. You'll see the black part where it says resources. Press on resources, and you'll see two people shaking hands. That is the contract bundle. You can order it, then download it. Actually, the sale price now is $299. Yeah, we did. We're going to be raising, after we end the sale, the price will be $299. We will be, yeah. Do you ship backdrops to Canada? C Prime. Oh, that's funny. C Prime. I was going to email you right now. You reached out to our, to my C Prime. If you're still here, I was going to email you. We got the inquiry about the photo booth. You spoke to Helen, my production manager, and you're interested in one of the booths. Let me know if you have any questions about the booth. I have it here. I can show you guys. Yeah. Man, what a wild... You know what was crazy? This past Saturday, we were at this humongous festival in San Diego. Huge, 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 huge. 300,000 people in 2 days, right? We were working this event. It was the weirdest thing. Somebody, when I was walking to the bathroom from the tent, someone goes, "What's up, Drew?" And then I turned, and they just kept walking. It was the weirdest thing in the world. And I told my wife, she goes, "Well, maybe you just heard something, or they're talking about a different Drew." And I was like, no. Someone saw me, said, "What's up, Drew?" and just kept walking. It was crazy. It was the weirdest thing in the world. So, Daniel, I'm live, my friend. I'll get to it in a second. Jeez, dude. Daniel says, I heard. He's watching the live, and he's sending a message in the chat. "Heard you read my question live, but didn't answer. Do you ship backdrops to Canada?" Dude. All right, I'll respond to you here. Yes, we ship to Canada. We ship to Canada, yep. We ship to Canada. We ship... I think the only places we don't ship is the Philippines and India. We don't ship to either of those. Daniel, you're fine, my friend. Unknown user put, "Daniel, where you at, bro?" Yeah, so the current, okay. When you order from, if you're in Canada and you want to place an order, just understand, I have to always say this. There are duty fees, meaning, which I'm sure you know, but there's been a few times where people were like caught off guard. They're like, "What is this duty fee?" It's, if you're in Canada, anything coming in from another country, there is pretty much every country, there is a small duty fee. Depends on what you're ordering. Daniel's from Alberta. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we ship there. The duty fees shouldn't be too much, like 40, 50 bucks maybe, if that. And current ship time to Canada right now would be about 10 days. Unknown user. So Daniel, we got an unknown user here in the chat. I'm from Toronto. Love it. Yeah, duties happen for sure. So Roman, what's up, Roman? Okay, yeah, so how to keep your photo booth busy, right? Booked. I'm going to say, guys, more free events. If you're looking at your schedule, your calendar, and you're noticing huge chunks of the foreseeable future booked, or not booked, right? Like, let's just say you're looking 2 months and you have 2 weeks with no bookings. I'd say, hey, take that as an opportunity to offer a free event. Reach out to a venue and say, "Hey, we would love to work with you. I'm sure you guys get asked this all the time, but we would love to prove our value and how we can make you guys a better venue and what we offer." So yeah, I would highly recommend, hey, reach out and say, "We have these 2 weeks open. We would love to provide a free photo booth service for someone having an event at your venue at these 2 dates, just so we can have a conversation of how we can be a benefit to you." I get into, you guys, this works almost every time. If you're dealing with the venue, not as much. right? But for a wedding planner, event coordinator, they eat this up and they love it. Why wouldn't a wedding planner love to approach their customers who are paying them 10 grand, 15 grand to throw their whole wedding and say, hey, I got you guys a free photo booth? Who's going to say no to that? And again, look, even if you do this event for free, you're getting content, right? And again, know your software. You should put yourself in a position to where you can have the rights to email or SMS or call people that are using the booth. So if you do a wedding and you have 80 different people use your photo booth, at the end of the day, let's just say you don't get booked from the wedding planner or whatever, you have 80 opportunities to get someone to reserve a photo booth. These are the easiest leads to close because one, they've used it, they understand it, they like it, and two, I mean, there's trust. If you were there at somebody's wedding, they're gonna feel comfortable reserving with you. Those are the two biggest roadblocks. Hold on, let me turn on the AC here. I was a little late. What was with contract? Yes, I lowered the price on our contracts on our website. So if you're a photo booth owner and you don't have any contracts, no agreements for your business, it's live on the website right now for just $80, just the live deal. I'm actually going to be hopping off here in 5 minutes. Got a ton of work to do, but I definitely had to, yeah. So let me text him. Perfect. Period. Are we aiming for 7 o'clock? What's Daniel's company name? Daniel, man, if you're here, I know he's here. You guys should link up, man. You know what, too? Like, shout out to Canada. My mentor, the guy that, man, I owe everything to this guy. You know what's funny? His name is Daniel, and he is also from Canada, but it's not this Daniel. It's a different Daniel. This guy changed my life in a 40, 50 minute phone call. And like, he's the reason why I made it a mission of mine to help and mentor and give out as much information as I can. And I thought the easiest way to be a mentor to a lot of people was to make YouTube videos for free and not to gatekeep and give out all of this knowledge. And yeah, man, I hope I've helped a few of you. That's the goal. I really just want to, just help. So Daniel, if you can, man, get into the YouTube comments, my friend. Daniel's giving me information through email, but just join the live, man. Join the live. So yeah. Mentoring is important. One thing that kind of sucks is we live in a day and age now where people are, charging for this information and kind of promising people the world. And I'm here to tell you that the blueprint to the photo booth business isn't a secret. I've made every single video that I think that was necessary, every little thing that has worked for us, every little thing that has worked for people that just start now. I've made content on it. I guess you can buy courses and all of that, and it is helpful to have everything organized. But if you think that the only way to access this information is by paying somebody, you're wrong. All of it's already done. It's all online already. So, hey, how do I get more leads for my photo booth business? Go to YouTube. How to get more leads for photo booths. You're gonna see videos from me, videos from Nicole, from Own Your Moment. You might see a video from Rex, right? Even David at, what is that? The Bird Capital or whatever, Pigeon Capital. Is it Bird? What is this rental thing? Canary Capital Pigeon. Canary Capital Rentals or Canary Capital 360. There's so many, there's so many influencers. There's so much content. So don't feel that like all the stuff that you need is gate kept. There are people that do gatekeep and try to charge you for this, but yeah. There we go. Unknown user. Yep. Green bear junk removal. That Canary. Yep. There we go. User says, I have a short story. I helped a guy when he first started out a few years ago. He's now bigger than me. I'm hiring him to help me keep with double bookings. Love it. Yeah, I think, man, our group chat, the Photo Booth 101, the Photo Booth 101 family group chat has been tremendous. There's people in there that have literally paid off their equipment just from the events that they're getting just from being in the chat. I think today I went and I gave one job today, and then I gave another job out like 2 days ago. So again, how to keep your photo booth busy, right? How to stay booked. Relationships. Find other photo booth companies. Look at Unknown User and Daniel, right? Both in Canada. Maybe they can start working together. Maybe if freaking, Unknown User in Toronto gets a lead in his area or her area, right? Well, Daniel, yeah, you never know, 2024. I can't assume, right? Daniel could give that work over to Unknown, and Unknown vice versa. Like, it's not always cutthroat, you guys. There's enough work for everybody. And I will say it on the record again. I think the photo booth rental business is undersaturated. Let me explain. 2020. You guys remember what happened? World shut down. People are not throwing parties for a good year, right? It was scary. So what happened? Photo booth owners sold their equipment, closed down their businesses, and guess what? 2024, busier than ever, and there's not enough operators. You can get deceived if you just solely start looking for other photo booths in your company. Yeah, you'll see a lot of people, but not everyone is running a business correctly, and I think that's the confusion. I still think it's undersaturated. There's people coming in for Photo Booth 101, right? Buying a photo booth, like Steven, 6 months in. Steven now has 4 photo booths, always booked, has paid his equipment off, and is now like really seeing the benefits of his business. So if it was saturated, people like Steven wouldn't have the success, right? And if you're in this business and you're complaining that it's oversaturated, I hate to tell you this, it's not the market that has the problem. The problem is with you. Of course, it will look oversaturated if you're marketing in a place that is saturated. That doesn't mean the business in general is oversaturated. So what am I saying? If you're in Facebook Marketplace, it's definitely going to feel like it's saturated, right? Because that's the bare minimum is Facebook Marketplace. Those are poor leads. Those are clients that are not ideal, right? So you want to know where it's not oversaturated? The networking aspect, right? I would even say even in some places, if you want to run ads on Google, you'll be surprised how few people in certain areas are not on Google, or even with websites, you guys. Or even, for example, Google My Business. If you guys don't have a Google My Business page, please promise me right now, you'll end the live. You can leave here, go create a Google My Business for your rental company, and start asking for reviews. Start treating it like a social media platform. You'll be surprised how easy it is to get business with a Google My Business with reviews. I'm telling you guys, man, it's so underrated. Lisa, I might have purchased twice. Let me see, Lisa. I can tell you right now. I hope you didn't. Let's see here. Lisa, you're good. I only see one order. So Lisa, you're good. Bob, you're good. Thank you for the order, my friends. Look at you guys networking. We got Canada in the house. Hey, is it true? Do you guys in Canada, in Toronto, are you guys saying the word ting? Like, is that a thing? Is that a ting? Or is that just the music that I listen to from Canada? Ting. Yeah. Q dropping facts. Appreciate you, Q. Good to see you, my friend. By the way, Q, we're coming back with the podcast today. We're filming episode 1 of season 2 of the Photo Booth 101 University podcast. I haven't seen the boys in a while, so we're doing that. Bob, hello from Australia. I just purchased your contracts. I was thinking you should put together a collect of marketing templates or something like that. That's not a bad idea. You know, one thing I will be having available for you guys soon, if you guys are interested, are copy and paste messages for networking. Like a copy and paste message that I use for networking with venues, and there's a separate one that we use for wedding planners, event coordinators. We have a template that we send messages or emails to for other photo booth companies that are local. It's huge. It's huge. It makes everything so much easier. I mean, you can call people, but I'm telling you, a more efficient way is to send out messages. So if I can call someone and have, let's just say I have maybe like a 5-minute conversation, you give me 5 minutes to send out messages, I can probably send maybe 15 to 20 of them in like the 5 minutes. Mavi, it's a Jamaican ting. Ah, okay. Got you. Got you, ting. Such a weird, why not just say thing? It's just, isn't it just one letter, H? Thing, ting. Bob, perfect. That's exactly what I meant. Love it. Love that. Let me know. I'll hop on. I'll see you in Vegas, bro. Yeah, man. Maybe in a couple weeks. It would be great to check in with you and see how your business is going. So, you guys, if you don't know, my friend Q down below was on the podcast. One of my favorites. And man, yeah, the story was super inspiring. I get people probably at least every other week. Someone will come in. They're like, "Oh, I love the podcast," and they'll mention you too. I had one guy say that he has a similar story to you, with migrating over to the U.S. and the family stuff. And I was like, damn, it's crazy, man. We're just talking about photo booths. We're talking about business. And every so often, there'll be like a podcast episode that really resonates with a lot of people. And that was one of them. Unknown user, I referred a buddy today to roll up. Let's go. Love it. Cool. So, all right, guys, I'm going to be signing off right now. Did I miss a comment? Oh, I did. Marley Sanchez. I started in October 2024. I've had Dillard's and the county transport department. I now have 360 DSLR and iPad booth. I'm hungry. Let's go. I love that. You know what's funny? Before I start off, I'll tell you guys a story. Before Hustle with Drew, believe it or not, I was on YouTube in the year 2008, right? Graduated high school, and I was making videos on YouTube, but they were comedy skits. We had a page called Thirsty Film, and the why I said Thirsty Film, it wasn't because the word thirsty, oh, he's thirsty. It was because I was always telling everyone I'd always hear people say, I'm hungry for this. I'm motivated. I'm hungry. I really want to succeed. And I said, I'm more than hungry. I'm thirsty. I know that sounds crazy. So we had Thirsty Film, and maybe I'll share some of those YouTube videos with you guys at a later time. The channel was deleted, but there's a lot of collabs that we have with other YouTubers that are super famous, like the Cholo Adventures. There's a guy named Josh Leva. He owns a really big hydration company called, what is it called? I don't know. It's like some kind of drink. It's like a Mexican version of a hydration company, but he's killing it with his company, and it's just crazy. So my YouTube journey started as a skit comedy channel. I then started taking my video skills and making money with it with a production company. We did tons of videos for automotive content like Hyundai. We worked with Ford, Pirelli. We've done a lot of videos, right? I was able to travel the world filming videos. So then what ended up happening was I combined my two passions, entrepreneurship and filmmaking, and we made this YouTube channel. And now what we do is we just solely focus on photo booths, because to me, there's a huge opportunity still to make a lot of money in this business, and there's not many businesses, and I've done a lot of businesses, you guys, not a lot of businesses that are as rewarding as the photo booth business. Relatively, I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right, very low startup cost. And I know some people are gonna maybe you can clip this, but I don't know, I don't think $3,000 or $3,500 is a lot of money to invest in a business, I'm not done yet, in a business that can pay you anywhere from $500 to $800 an event. That is great ROI. So until the photo booth business is something I no longer see as great as I think it is. Until that day comes, when it comes, I'll stop making content, and then we'll be on to you'll see me make less photo booth content, and then we'll focus on to the next thing, because in business, I can't stress this out enough, you guys. Like, since today's topic was how to stay busy, that implies that there is a time where it is not as busy. I really do suggest starting another business. And I'm not saying, stop what you're doing with the photo booth business and then start something else. I'm saying still do what you do, but find some time to grow something else. And I would even recommend maybe something a little bit more passive, right? Whether it's drop shipping, whether that's an e-com brand or affiliate marketing. Like, there's so many ways to make money, you guys. Believe it or not, my little YouTube channel with 15,000 subscribers, not a lot, right? And in the reality of today's day and age, it's not a huge following, but just from ad revenue from YouTube, I'm making about $500 to $600 a month. And that's just from basically videos that are just nothing about the photo booth business. So if you could find a niche, if you have some expertise in real estate or some type of business or anything, you can make a channel. It costs nothing to make a video, right? If you have a phone, you can make content for YouTube. You can build a following to where you start making some money. Then you can also make some money from affiliate marketing. I have an Amazon Associates page, and I'm upfront with you guys. I make about $300 a month on average from that. That's just from having links of items you guys can buy for your photo booth business in the description. So there's so many ways to make money, you guys. And if 2020 taught us anything, is that nothing is guaranteed, and what you think is secure could probably go away in a blink of an eye. Do you know how many businesses had to shut down because the government was saying it's not necessary to be open? Like, bro, that's crazy. That blew my mind, and that's part of the reason why we're moving from California. So I like to say diversify and grow the photo booth business as much as you can. And when you get to a point to where you feel like you can't grow, then maybe start something else, or try to remove your time from your business so you can make more money and pass that threshold. So let me get to the rest of the comments here, guys. I got to go, but that's it. Cool. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was a great live. We were here for 47 minutes. Let me go back on the website, change the price for the contracts, because that ends now, and I'm a man of my word. So I'm going on the website. Let me know if you guys have any comments or questions right before I sign off. I'm just going on the website, changing this. All right. Perfect. Prices are now back to normal. Cool. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys have some time today to grow your photo booth business, or maybe just to explore. Hey, what is the slow time for my business? What are some things that I can do to change me being slow? And I mean this, you guys. Don't put yourself in a position, you guys, to where you're comfortable with not being busy. That is a scary thing to be. And I meet a lot of photo booth owners who will have some success in the beginning, and then when things start to slow down a little bit, they abandon ship. That's the worst thing to do. You got to be a warrior. You have to have a mentality of just not quitting. There's a meme that has a guy in a tunnel. I know you guys have seen this one, right? He has an axe, and you could see he's searching for a diamond. You could see his path, and then you see him turning around from the wall where he's chipping, and then right next to that wall, there's the diamond, and he's giving up right before he reached his goal to get that diamond. Don't quit. If it's slow right now, you have to sit back and analyze, what am I doing wrong? And I'm here to tell you that you are doing something wrong. If it's not busy, if you're not fully booked, there's something you are not doing. It's not the business, it's not the industry, it's not the market. You have to adjust. You have to have that conversation with yourself. Look in the mirror. Drew, let's analyze everything we're doing here, right? Where are my leads coming from? Perfect. What has changed? What has been different? You got to analyze everything. It's easy to sit here and blame the industry. It's not the industry, you guys. You know, hey, maybe you need to start looking into running some ads on Google. I can't tell you how many people have started running ads on Google that weren't before, that were struggling, and they're now having success. Or maybe if you set up your ads yourself and you're not seeing much return, maybe you don't know enough about Google Ads as you think. And I'm not here to be condescending or looking down or talking down to anybody, but I can only say this with confidence because I've been in this business a decade, you guys. If you think I've never had these issues, you're crazy. There's been plenty of times where I've had like a month of like no bookings, and I had to go back and look and adjust because, bro, back when I started, I'm telling you guys, 10 years ago, 10, right? This is like, a lot of you guys are like 20 years old. I know a lot of you guys are young and you're watching this. You were 10 years old. So 10 years ago, the way that most people in the photo booth business were getting booked was through a website called Craigslist. This doesn't exist anymore. Like it's around, but nobody's building their business off of this. So can you imagine the shock to me when all of a sudden I stopped getting leads and I was only getting maybe 1 to 2 bookings a month from being literally 6 to 7, 8 a month? I had to sit back and be like, okay, well, this isn't working. What's the next step? What's the next step? So just, you guys, don't give up. Analyze what you're doing. And if you haven't explored every avenue there is to marketing, I just want you guys to succeed, and I want you guys to do that. So thank you guys so much. I am signing off. God bless. See you soon.